Peace be to all. How's everybody doing on this beautiful day? I'm back with another tea time. But before I start on this tea time, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. If you celebrate New Year's at this time, me personally, I don't believe that New Year's is in the dead of winter. I think it's in the alive of spring. But we have to go by these societal standards. So happy 2025. So today I want to talk about the benefits of gardening. And this is going to be a cool little video for me to be able to explain how gardening has helped me throughout my everyday life and just help me get through things that I may not have been able to get through otherwise. But we finna get into me harvesting this tea for tea time. So this tea here, I'm not gonna do nothing too crazy. I'm just harvesting some mullein. Harvest 2 leaves of this mullein. Might as well get this one since it's looking a little brown. Brown leaves need love too. They still usable. Got some mullein. Now I'm gonna move over here. Give me 2 pieces of sage like I always do. Y'all know which one coming next. That lemongrass. So this lemongrass right here, it has a bunch of ants in it. And I've been flooding it trying to get rid of the ants, but that haven't really worked. The next thing I'm probably gonna do, because I need to be able to transport this and I'm not trying to transport ants, I'm probably gonna put some grits in here, and hopefully those ants eat up the grits and swell up from the inside, because I don't want to use no chemicals or anything like that. So come here. Remember that whenever you harvest your lemon balm, the most flavorful part most of the time is down here. So make sure y'all get low and don't harvest it too fast, because you could potentially cut your finger or your hand just like a paper cut. Y'all have seen it if y'all follow me on TikTok. This festive pineapple sage. I'm gonna put some of this in there. Yes, with the flowers as well. And last but not least, some thyme. I love the smell of thyme as well as the pungent flavor of thyme. So these are the ingredients that I'm picking from the garden. Oh, wait, one more. Since it ain't no strawberries growing right now, we're gonna have some strawberry leaves in there. And since I'm over here, might as well throw some in to aid with that digestion. And this is peppermint, by the way. So I will see y'all in the next clip when the tea is made. Alrighty, so now I'm back with the tea. This time I'm here with a little different cup, just to kind of make a point about what I'm saying whenever it comes to the benefits of gardening. So this cup right here, I got from a community member that I met through gardening, and they make them themselves. It says self-love, you matter, it's okay. Self-care is not selfish. But my first thing when it comes to the benefits of gardening is building community and making friends. People that you may have never met on the outside world, just regular, but you come to a common goal. And the common goal is either health, spirituality, just being outside in nature, things like that. You are able to build a network of people that y'all may not agree with everything that's going on with the world, but the one thing you can agree with is life. Life itself comes from a seed. We all can agree that if you don't take care of your plant's not gonna take care of you. One of the biggest things that has kept me personally sticking around in gardening is just community, just being around people that have went through some of the same things and have came to the same conclusion I have came to, that the food out there is not what's best for us. Us running around trying to rush and do everything and impress society is not what's best for us. We can slow down, chill, put our hands in the soil, make our own food, make our own products as well. Because I've met a couple people, which is gonna bring me to my next point. You could start your own business through gardening. That's something that I have done. I sell herbal teas now. This mullein that I have here, I have other plants as well, but from this mullein, I'm able to make dried mullein tea. I'm able to harvest mint. I'm able to harvest lemon balm, and that's what I call lemon breezy. Mullein, mint, and lemon balm. Something that was inspired by me being able to grow these things myself and not have to pay somebody else to ship it to me. Although I do sell a few things that I'm not able to grow in bulk myself, that are shipped, but at least it's from an ethical source. I did a lot of research about these people. Gardening teaches patience as well. Once you put that seed in the ground, all you can do is what you can do and hope for the best. That's how it has to be in life. Whenever you do something, you have to do the best that you can and let God do the rest, or whatever you choose to believe in. You cannot force nature, just like you cannot force a relationship, just like you cannot force a job, just like you cannot force anything in this world without feeling some type of resistance. I've been taking a lot of sips of this tea because this tea is really, really good. Write down that recipe. I'm gonna have the recipe on the screen. But if y'all ever have the opportunity to put these things together, even if you have to buy them or source them, try them together. It's a very good blend. It might be one of my favorite ones so far. A benefit of gardening is you will never get bored. There is always something to do in the garden. No matter if it's summer, no matter if it's winter, spring, or fall, there is always something to do. There's always a weed to pull. There's always a seedling to start. There's always something for us that are busy-minded. Us who always need something to put our hands on or to move around or just an excuse to be outside. It's a hobby, but it's also a lifestyle. By the way, that's the name of my company. It's a lifestyle, MBS. It's a lifestyle connecting mind, body, and soul. Y'all could look me up on Facebook or Instagram. Just in case, this is just a self-plug, just so I'm letting y'all know that gardening has brought a lot of things into my life and I'm able to translate these things. Whenever I'm with my family, I don't have to take off of work to come to the garden. I could work while my family is here and they can be in the garden with me and it doesn't seem like work. Gardening in general is just a way to teach life skills. I've learned so many things when it comes to dealing with people or even dealing with myself. In my opinion, my garden is a reflection of me. Right now, in my opinion, my garden does not look the best. But others may come back here and be like, "Oh, it looks so good. It's so," but for me, it could be better because I know that mentally I haven't been the best this past month. And it shows with my garden. The reason I say this too is because another person that I met at a farmer's market, while I was selling seedlings as well as my teas, I was working on his land, the land that I showed y'all, the land that I used to go to. He was like, "I could tell that you are about to transition or move or do something because whenever I look at the land, it don't look like how you normally have it." And I could tell, and I knew this. I didn't take it as an insult. I took it as just me knowing like, hey, if he could see it and I see it, then maybe there's something that I need to do more. Because it's not just from inside, it's from the outside. But it's also by somebody looking out for you and letting you know like, hey, pick it up. Just like with anything in life, no matter if it's your job, no matter if it's how you act at home, no matter if it's your hygiene, if you look at yourself and you're not satisfied and you know why, it's just about getting back up on that horse and keep it pushing and keep it going. Another benefit is the obvious one, saving money. This whole week, I've been eating greens and beans. Greens and beans. Beans are already pretty cheap themselves. Dried beans are pretty cheap themselves. So that's something that I did have to spend on. But at least it's only $2. Then I come back here and I have greens even when I'm not taking care of the garden the best. You can still have some lazy days, some lazy times, or some times that you're not at your best and still be able to eat good. Whenever you go into the real world, it's if you don't work, you don't eat. But I don't feel like that's how humans should be. That sounds selfish to me. That sounds never ending. That sounds like, how could you ever say that to someone? Why would you ever bring yourself to say if you don't work, you don't eat? If you don't work, you can't live? No, that's not what gardening is about. Gardening isn't the direct relationship between working and eating. It's a relationship between you and nature. And nature will feed you. Your spirit will feed you. Then the food will feed you. Mind, body, and soul. Another benefit of gardening is having something to be able to look forward to. Having something to know that you're bringing life. There's thousands of plant babies out here, especially when I do my microgreens. That's plant babies that have to be taken care of, nourished. But knowing that these things are going to a good cause, that they're being eaten, that they're not being disrespected, thrown with a whole bunch of fertilizer and things that change the flavor and take out nutrients and things like that, at least these babies are loved and cared for, just like how we care for our own children. You have to feed your children. You have to give your children water. You also have to be there for them. Your plants know whenever you're not around. Whenever they don't feel your energy because they know your energy. They know how you feel. So whenever you're not around, whenever you're not coming out to your garden, your plants feel that, just like how your kids will feel it. If you're working too much, or if you're not paying attention to them, it's the same thing. It's a lot of parallels that come with gardening and real life, because gardening is real life. Nothing out here is make-believe. Nobody could dispute that I see mustard greens right now. Nobody can dispute that I have peas over here growing. Nobody can dispute whether or not a butterfly or a bee comes and pollinates something, and if a fruit is produced from that pollination. Gardening teaches you how to be grateful. Sometimes your seed won't sprout. Sometimes you'll put so much into a plant and it still might die. I've been putting so much into that rosemary over there, so much effort and love into that rosemary, but it hasn't got bigger. It may grow an inch a month. I done had it about 9 months, but I haven't given up on it. I'm letting it do its thing, because I know whenever it finally does decide to pop through, because it's been building roots underneath. It's been building roots. It's been absorbing nutrients. It's been doing what it's had to do underneath. Just because you don't see it above does not mean it's not there. That's everything with life. You have to take time. You have to appreciate these things. I encourage everybody who does have a garden right now, if you can, well, after this video, make sure y'all finish the video, please. But after this video, just go out to y'all plants and just spend some time with them. Y'all don't have to water them. Y'all don't have to pull no weeds. Y'all don't have to extend any extra energy except spend some time with your plants. Spend some time with your garden. Touch your plants. Look at the bottom of the leaves. Not to look for bugs, even though it may be bugs there, but just so your plants know that you care. Because sometimes we'll let bugs go. Sometimes we'll let weeds go. And just because we have let those things go does not mean that we don't care. It's just sometimes life, it be lifing. Another thing that is a benefit of gardening for me personally, is something that really hits home, is I'll just be transparent with y'all. This past week has been very hard for me, just mentally. But coming out to this garden every day, being able to water and just look at my plants, reminded me of the reason I fell in love with gardening in the first place. Because when I fell in love with gardening, I was at my lowest. I'm nowhere near my lowest right now, but I'm still in love. Each day I come out here, it renews something inside of me. For all of you that have a job that y'all love going to, y'all know what I mean. Sometimes life might be doing what life do, but all I need is to see this one plant. Or if you got a loved one, all I need to see is this one person. Or all I need to do is go on a drive. That's what gardening does for me. Gardening clears my mind. All I could do is have time to sit with myself and think. But sometimes, shoot, I might just use water in the garden as an excuse for me to just think for a second. I might just need to think. And my plants get the benefits as well as me. It's so many things. Like I keep saying, it's so many things that are parallel with life and gardening. We come from what? Gatherers. I don't believe we had to kill for food. We're not going to get into that. But I don't believe killing for food is the answer. But that's a whole nother topic, and we could go into that on a different tea time. But we come from gatherers. And with that being said, if that was a part of our life, being disconnected from nature is one of the biggest crimes that we have done to ourselves. We've allowed ourselves to be cut off from our source. The thing that brings us nutrients, the things that brings us life, the things that bring us mental clarity. We have cut ourselves off from these things in these concrete jungles. Luckily, I live in a place that's country compared to where I came from, but it's nowhere near as country as I want to get. So I just want to wrap this video up because I'm getting to the bottom of my cup by saying, take time and think about the reasons you garden. Think about the reasons you grow food. Think about the reasons that you go out and smell the roses. Why you have your containers outside. Why you have your things in the ground. Why you have your aquaponics or aeroponics or hydroponic system. Think to those things. Think about why you grow your mushrooms, how that makes you feel. Don't let go of those things. Because those things is what's going to keep you grounded. Because can't nothing keep you grounded more than the earth. And with that being said, I hope all of you have a wonderful, beautiful day. And always remember, it's a beautiful day to garden.
Draining all your energy, better pull them like a weed. Undefeated in life, shit, I sprouted like a seed.